Hello everyone and welcome to our first refresher video. So our first refresher lesson is going to be about cross multiplication. We learned about this a couple of weeks ago, so we're going to do a little refresher about it. The way that you start each problem is by drawing your arrows crossing each other. Now, if you'd like to follow along, please go ahead and write this example down on a piece of paper and solve along with me. If you remember on our slides, what I would do is color code each arrow so that I can organize my work. And I encourage you to have two highlighters with you if you're following along so that you can highlight your work with me. So what you're going to do is highlight both sides. So now we have our pink arrow, which connects B times 3. And our yellow arrow, which connects 9 times 10. So cross multiplication is going to be multiplying the numbers that are crossing each other. So I'm going to make a pink side of my equation. And then I'm going to make a yellow side of my equation. So what I'm going to do now is multiply the two terms that are pink. So 3 times b is just 3b. And 9 times 10 for my yellow box is 90. Now in order to cancel out the 3, I'm going to divide both sides by 3. So divided by 3, divided by 3. That cancels off the 3 from this side. And I am left with b equals 30. That is my answer. Now example 2 is a little bit more complicated because here we have monomials, but then n plus 5 is a binomial, so there's two terms in it, so there's going to be a little bit of an added step. But again, I do my same method. I'm going to draw my two arrows crossing each other. And again, I'm going to have my pink arrow and my yellow arrow. And I'll go ahead and draw my equal sign and give myself a yellow box here and a pink box. So 6 times n plus 5. I can't just multiply it immediately like I did here and know that it's 3b, so I should write it out. I'm going to write 6, open a parenthesis, and put in n plus 5. And over here, in my yellow box, I'm going to multiply 4 times n. 4 times n is just 4n. Now, I have a binomial being multiplied by one number, so what I should do is use my arrows to distribute the term to both n and to 5. So 6 times n is 6n plus 5 times 6, which is 30. And that equals 4n. Now I have variables on both sides of my equation and I don't want that. So what I need to do is move my n's so that they're on one side and have the number be alone on the other side. I'm going to move my paper up a little bit. Sorry for the shakiness. Now, what I'm going to do is subtract 6n from both sides so that I can cancel it away. And now I'm left with just 30 on this side equals 4n minus 2n is going to be negative 2n. Okay, so at this point, I'm ready to divide off and cancel, and I have negative 2 attached to my n, so that's what I'm going to be dividing both sides by. Cancels off that, and I'm left with n equals 30 divided by negative 2, which gives me negative 15. That is my answer for example 2.